everyone. I am Nancy, and Kelly is off today, and we are Inspiring Women on a Mission, one half of us today anyhow. I'm here with my dear friend Sheila.
Hello.
To talk about her transition to self-employment, doing something crazy and leaving the safety of a job and the safety of her home-based business and going out on her own and leasing a space. I think it's a really timely thing because a lot of us get the job kind of itch, like, oh God, I just don't like my boss and I don't want to do this anymore. So I just thought if you could see some real life examples of how it's possible, I thought it would be a great thing. We are in Penticton. Sheila has a super cool shop. She's a very creative person. She has a super cool shop called Garage Princess Design.
Alley, actually. Garage Princess Alley. I started out as Garage Princess Design when I was in my garage.
Okay.
That's where the name came from. But I changed it to Alley because, number one, I was carrying some other people's stuff as well, too. So I was going to consign some things, which I still do. And Alley we came up with just because when I saw the location, it sort of looked like an alley. So yeah, it all just kind of made sense.
Yeah, oh, the long and narrow thing of the shop, yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to just kind of walk, but I want Sheila to talk about, if you wouldn't mind, just your background and how you ended up, you started in retail and how you ended up here.
So I worked for Shoppers Drug Mart for quite a few years, for I think about 16, 17 years I think I worked there. And then I was full-time, went part-time after I had my son. Really enjoyed still again doing the merchandising and doing the makeovers. Again, I just always thought it was all about color. That's how I looked at things. And then I started to look for furniture in my own home. And I couldn't find what I was looking for, and that's when
Can we do a quick little segue? Because I want us to be able to point this out. Like, I hope you can appreciate this online here from our video, but this is a blue. Is that a certain color blue? And then the orange, and the two of them together, I wouldn't put these things necessarily together, but they are fantastic. And Sheila's got a few pieces around it that kind of tie everything in, but it's super unique.
And I've always actually done like our own home. I've always, I was never afraid to use color in our own home. Yeah, so I couldn't find what I was looking for. I was looking for a sideboard for my dining room. And like so many people, I was on Pinterest constantly, spending hours and hours and hours. And I would see all these great pieces of furniture. Couldn't find them anywhere in town. And then I thought, well, I'm kind of crafty. I bet I could probably do this myself. Why don't I just give it a shot? So that's when I found like an old dresser, bought it from somebody. They were sort of, chuckling to themselves when my husband and I went to go pick it up. They're like, oh yeah, well, she's a beauty. You're really going to love her. And I said, can I send you a picture when I'm done? And they said, yeah, we'd love to see what you do with it. So I sanded it right down, took out some shelves, put in a beautiful shelf to display all my china that I had. So anyways, I started. I absolutely loved it. I loved every part of it. I loved it. It was so gratifying just sanding all that old yucky stuff off, having all this nice new wood, clean looking. I loved every part of it. And then I just turned to my husband afterwards, and he was impressed. He loved the piece. He thought it was really great. And I said, this is what I want to do. I think this is really what I want to do. And he said, oh, okay. So I would start looking for furniture, and I'm sure he probably thought I was turning into a hoarder for a while. He was thinking like, oh no, my garage, I've completely lost my garage, and we're going to be stuck with all this old furniture that I'm going to have to take to the dump. Really, I'm sure that's what he was thinking at the time. But as I started to do the furniture, I would just sell the pieces online, and they were selling.
Yeah,
and they just kept selling. And then I had friends, and I had friends ask me to do pieces for them. So then after a while, he was kind of like, wow, I think she might have something here. So now he's the one that starts looking for pieces for me. And he really was the one that encouraged me to have my own store. My garage was getting full. He also built me a shed in our backyard as well. And that was getting full, and I thought I could work in there, but it got harder in the summertime, right, to work in there. So then I had a friend who I had my pieces in her store. They were doing really well. I was selling them. They decided to close their doors, And it was a matter of, well, I could rent a storage shed, or I could look into possibly leasing my own store and see how that goes. And of course, where I'm located, I'm right next door to one of my best friends, Maureen, at the bead store. So thought, well, that's perfect. It couldn't get any better than that. And it just sort of all kind of fell into place. So when I talked to the landlord about rent, when I had to negotiate all that stuff, and this was all new to me, and I was never really good at that, let's just put it that way. So yeah, everything, like I say, I was okay to walk away if it didn't turn out, but it all turned out. And I negotiated 6 months. So I said, look, I'll do this for 6 months. I'll clean out my garage, see how it goes. And I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to get back into retail either, being in it for so long and then really enjoying not being in it. Having weekends off, that was another big thing that I really enjoyed too. But once I opened, that was it. I was totally hooked. I went from 6 months to, okay, I could probably do this for a year. I'll go until the winter time and see what happens, because the store is really cold in the winter and the heating wasn't proper. So yeah, and then we got a new landlord and he put in heat. And I decided, okay, well, you know what? I think I've got it. I think I can do this. So
Good.
I just continued on from there.
Yeah, go girl.
Yeah,
go girl. Okay, so this is back at the back of Sheila's shop, where she has kids classes, adults classes too, on Saturdays. And so what exactly do you do with the kids, Sheila?
So the kids classes are Saturday mornings from 11 until 12:30. And I fell into that really quite by accident too. It was one of my customers that I had from when I was selling my stuff out my garage. And it was Jennifer, and she has her son Logan and Paige. And when she came into the store, she'd come into the store and look around, and she says, you should really think about doing kids classes. So I actually set up a class for them. I bought some little mini pumpkins, we did glitter pumpkins, and we did jars and that type of thing. So Paige and Logan still come every once in a while.
Awesome. So anyhow, this has been fantastic, Sheila. Thank you so much for touring us around your life, your shop, letting us know that you can go out and be on your own and be brave and take your business out of your garage, take your business out of your working, being somebody else's 9 to 5 slave. Not that that works for a lot of people. That safety, that punch in a clock.
Totally, it totally does. But there is a different feeling when you're doing it yourself.
Yes. It's easier to get up in the morning.
You have to find something that you totally love.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it is a lot of work.
Yes.
It might seem like when you walk into the store that everything's all done, and it is fun, but it's a lot of work.
Yes,
it really is.
Well, and you're working
and
for
totally
yourself.
Worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Totally worth it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening. We're signing off. Inspiring Women on a Mission. Watch for Kelly, and she's going to be doing something about her latest creativity and her creative project, and I think perhaps even about her online painting class. And oh my God, her paintings are incredible.
It's amazing. I know.
Yes.
I've seen them. It's truly amazing.
So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, of course. Bye-bye now.